Hi guys, this is Eric from Music with the Pro. I just wanted to take a second and do a little tutorial on chord fluidity. This is a problem I see in a lot of different beginners, or even people that have been playing for some time and are working on some new chords. Part of the problem with not having chord fluidity is it makes it hard to play a song with a recording if you're playing along, or if you're trying to sing along, or if you're trying to play with a singer or other musicians. It can sound a little sloppy when you're trying to play it, so we really want to neaten those changes up. So here are 5 techniques to really think about when you're trying to work on chord fluidity. The first thing is visualization. One of the most common problems I see is students trying to change from chord to chord one finger at a time. If you were to draw your fingers in, right, you can kind of see G kind of looks like this, and then it goes down, right? So if you close your eyes, try to visualize what that looks like. Same thing for the D chord. Let's just work on that one change. I tell students it kind of looks like a seagull, or even like a little triangle, your fingers the way that they are. Really try to use that visualization and go right to the chord. Don't do it one finger at a time. Basically, you want to make sure that you get to each chord on time and have a sense of urgency when you're playing. This helps for playing with drummers or for any of the reasons that we talked about before. Now, a good technique is using a metronome and starting between each change maybe 8 beats, and then going to 4 beats between each change, and then going for 2 beats, and then try to work your way up to switching even 1 beat or half a beat. So I'll do 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once I'm feeling good about that, then I switch to 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, then 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, half beat. If you're learning a chord progression, it's very important that you really work on one change at a time. Don't try to play the whole progression. So if we're using that Don't Stop Believing change, the change from G to D, only work on that change until that's really solid and you feel really good about it. Then work on the D to E minor change, once using some of the techniques that we already talked about. Then once you do it, then go back over those and then do G to D to A minor. One change at a time. Isolation is very important when you're trying to get better at anything in music. If you can isolate the problem spot, it will help you in making it more fluid. A big problem that I see in a lot of students is they get a lot of this kind of sound. That kind of clickiness. So a very easy way to alleviate that is putting more space in between your wrist and your hands. So you really watch yourself when you're playing. Make sure that your wrist isn't touching the fretboard at the bottom or is kind of even grabbing at it. That's going to create a lot of problems and muting and buzzing. The phrase can of Coke, right? So trying to imagine you're holding a can of Coke and keeping that space underneath, right? So where your wrist and your palm is, and also keeping your fingers in front of the fretboard. Some people have half their fingers underneath the fretboard, which is not going to allow, it's going to make it much harder for you to go from one chord to the next. Because even if you're not fast through the changes yet, being able to really hear effectively what the changes sound like will, combined with the visualization that we were talking before, really helps your muscles start to memorize the feeling association with the sound. So one thing that I would do is just take these chords like we did before, G, D, E minor, C, and just play the lowest note in each chord, right? So the first one is G, D, right? So if and try to get yourself to be able to sing it. So just hum really. notice on the E minor, I didn't play the low E, even though that's the lowest note in the chord, just because we wouldn't be able to sing that, it's too low. So we have to make it a little bit higher. So I just sang it up here. So I just moved it up an octave, something that we would talk about during a lesson. So, then while you're playing the chords, sing the next one, then go to it and sing the next one, then the next one. It may not seem like something that's so important because, you know, a lot of guitar players don't want to sing, or that's not really their what they really are interested in working on. But it's really, really a powerful thing. Hearing is everything when you're learning an instrument.